So welcome to
I just realised what your sign says.
Oh, can you? Oh, okay. You getting it now? You're getting
It's
it
a really
now?
good sign. How did you make that?
Oh, well, actually, funny you should mention that, actually. I'd like to thank Gavin and Tatum for letting me use their amazing art direction here. Amazing.
That's good.
That's good,
Wow.
right?
Oh, yep.
Welcome to Life in Lockdown. I've never done this before. Not many of us have, I believe. But anyway, this is like the start of a little chat thing. It's the start of a little chit chat thing, and I'm inviting people that I know. Some of them I don't know at all, but one I do know particularly well is my sister Bic Runga. You may know her from such things as being very famous. The famous Bic Runga.
You may remember me from such songs as
things as
Swag.
Bic Runga. No, well, I know. I've actually put that in your introduction. I better clear with you what I'm going to put in your introduction in the written part of this exercise. What I'd like to do is basically ask people how they're coping with life in lockdown, because it's quite a strange time at the moment for everybody, and everyone's dealing with the same kind of thing. So I asked Beck if she'd be the first person in this, and of course she had to say yes, really. Otherwise it would have made Christmas very awkward. So I mean Beck is locked. Beck is in lockdown in Auckland. I know that. That's all I know. No. How many of you are in your lockdown? How many are in your bubble?
My bubble is my partner Cody and my 3 kids, Joe, who's 12, and Sophia is 7, maybe? And Frida is 4.
Not even, no, Auntie doesn't know those statistics, so that's good to know. I'll write them down.
Yeah, those are their names. I'll send their birthdays in another email.
Thank you. I mean, we've been in this lockdown for a little while now, coming up to a week, really. Have you got like a daily ritual that you or your family do at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's a bit shocked. I'm trying to find a routine, but I haven't found one yet. And actually, I'm always at home. I'm a recluse, so that aspect hasn't changed for me. But the horror of reading the news is like I've just learned by day 7 that I shouldn't read it, actually, and it's kind of frightful. But apart from sort of looking at the news, which I've tried to stop doing so much, things are okay. I think we're trying to go for runs every day or walks every day, but it's okay. We're getting there. We're getting our groove on slowly, but I have a nervous laugh now. Yeah.
You've always had a nervous laugh.
Oh, have I? Oh.
No, I'm only kidding. No, just kidding.
Now I have one at home as well.
Oh, okay. That's not the public one as well. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. It is a strange time. I mean, it is a weird balance. You do have to listen and take in the news because things are changing all the time and being updated. But I understand what you're saying. Where there's so much bombardment of that, it can actually make you quite
anxious. Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. I think it's the addictive nature of looking on your phone and stuff like that. It's no, it's not good. It's not helpful.
No, I agree. And just, I mean, you've got so much of it. I guess it's like your past time is your now time, or your, now that you can have, what do you do during your, time at home? So it's like, what are you doing with your time at home? Are you catching up on series on Netflix, on Amazon Prime or something on demand? Have you got any recommendations that can get?
Well, I mean, I think everyone has watched The Tiger King now. I watched it. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, you'll love it. It was made for you, Bo. It's your thing. You'll love it.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know, but
I'm some sort of,
no, you will love it. It's really good.
Will I?
Yeah.
That guy, I don't know, he looks so kooky, and he just looks larger than life and quite strange. So yeah, I cannot wait to be swallowed up by that whole thing.
It's the ultimate escape right now. And yeah, I also watched there's a few other things on Netflix recently. I watched, maybe there's a Gore Vidal documentary, which I found really interesting, especially with everyone's sort of awareness of just how politically things are kind of peeling away quite a lot, and things are scary. I mean, I don't know. I guess you didn't really want me to do this to bum everyone out, did you? But
I think things are scary. I think, I mean, if you think that you are going to bum people out in anything that you say, could you say it with a sense of humour?
Oh yeah, no, it's all dark humour. Yeah,
it's all dark. I know. I understand. It's really hard, but I know what you're saying. It's hard to. I know. I do not know why Contagion is the top of everyone's list to watch at the moment.
Oh, yeah, sure. I never saw that. Oh, and there's also a series about pandemics on Netflix.
Yes, no.
I wouldn't have even believed 6 months ago.
Watch list, but that guy can just wait a bit. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no. It's not good. I had a question here because it's so cheeky. It's just bringing itself right back to me. The question, which I don't even know whether you've answered this. No, the question,
what's my favourite piece of jewellery?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, actually, it's the watch you gave me for my birthday.
Oh,
but I mean, I love that. And
what about
also of your stuff, the little eaglet that you gave me? That's a winner.
Nice segue, Bic Runga.
Yeah. Because
can I just point out that people don't know this, although if I'm in the store and people are looking for a present, and I always show them this photo. I don't know where the camera's.
Oh, that's one of my kids' hands. Cute.
So Bic, can I just say that Bic was a photographer for this, and that is amazing. Like I hope you can see it properly. I love that image. So the little eaglet was it's so good. It's so beautiful and so sweet. Their hands are much bigger now though, aren't they?
Yes, they're bigger. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a watch. I love watches. So that's sort of, I mean,
I don't know much about jewellery. I mean, you're always educating me on how to wear it. I actually have no clue, which is kind of, I mean, so you sent me that watch and said, this will just dress up everything. And so I was like, yeah, you're right. I can just look like my normal, shabby home self, but put on that watch and it's all good. Yeah.
And cha-chang, you know what the time is as well. No, you never look shabby. Come on. Another of the things that I wanted to ask people, and I'd like to ask you as well, is what are the 3 things you're most grateful for at the moment?
I'm grateful for my family, and I'm really lucky with the people I'm in lockdown with. I'm actually they're all so happy and fun, and I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful to be an artist because, I think artists have a sort of certain role. We were always feeling like this before, isolated and broke, and so it's kind of, we're well prepped for this kind of thing, and art's going to get us through. I think I really believe that. Not to mention the fact that, as an artist, my conscience is always clear. I don't really feel like what I do hurts anyone, unless you hate what I do, but that's different. I just think, I don't do anything that's harmful, and I think that's a good thing. I'm grateful for coffee. I have run out of coffee, but I really like coffee. It's getting me through. Yeah.
Yeah, coffee is definitely, and coffee is an essential serving. That's what coffee is.
It is essential.
It is an essential serving. Yeah, and oh gosh, I can't believe you ran out of coffee.
Yeah. It's okay.
The next bit I'd like to ask you about is your Stylist, which is based on music that you listen to regularly, or it's music that you've taken I don't know, taken a real shelter in while you've been in this lockdown kind of situation, just stuff that you've been listening to. And so some of the things that you've got on there, I did not know that. So tell everyone what your karaoke go-to is.
What did I say it was?
I'll refresh your memory. You said it was, do you really want to hurt me?
Oh, do you really want to hurt me? It's a great song. It's easy to sing, I would say. It's not too gymnastic. So, you know, it's a good one. It's an easy one.
It's a very good one. And I've just realized that I've never done karaoke with you, so I did not know that. We have to rectify this once we're allowed to actually hang out again. And now, your favourite song of all time? Oh, I love this song.
Oh, it's What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. I think it's just such an immaculate song. And I remember Mum teaching it to my son when he was only 3. And so she trained him to sing this whole song at 3. And
oh my gosh.
And I think, yeah,
it was he's not 3 now, but we need to get him online and actually have a rendition of that. And
yeah, he wouldn't remember it. But it's got a bit of a dark irony now, though. But yeah, what a wonderful world.
Oh, coffee will make it better, a little bit.
Yeah,
better.
a little bit.
And I mean, the stylist is going to be embedded into this interview, but your decade, because the question is, one of the questions I've asked is, if you could live in any decade,
oh yeah,
and
it would be 80s New York. I don't know. That still as a time and place really captures my imagination. And I lived in New York in the early 2000s, and even then I was still trying to understand the vibe of what 80s New York must have been like. It was probably quite, it was. I just imagine artists in New York at that time, they were just really just broke, but creative. And I guess, I don't know, there's so much great stuff coming out of there in music. I just discovered, I didn't know this before, but the painter Basquiat, he even made music. And I like early Madonna. I like Get Into the Groove and all that stuff like that came out when I was probably about 5 or 6, and that just captured my imagination. So New York in the 80s sort of always was like some sort of fantasy, even from a young age. I don't know, just it's kind of weird when even when I was there, a lot of artists were sort of really against how sort of gentrified it was becoming, and sure enough, I can't imagine being an artist in New York. It would be so expensive now. So I mean, so that's what happens to artistic places. I mean, how does a dancer survive in New York? I don't know. Yeah,
I agree. I just speaking of I guess New York in the 80s and that whole kind of thing, you mentioned Madonna, and I just Desperately Seeking Susan would Get Into the Groove.
Yeah, filtered through suburban Christchurch in New Zealand. That was, really escapist and sort of.
I think everybody had some rosaries somewhere and some sort of mesh crop top of some. I've probably still got them, but brilliant. Oh, thank you so much for your time, Beck. I really appreciate it. And
cool.
I know it's been really fun, actually. Surprisingly. No, it's been, it's nice that you feel comfortable enough to talk like this. And I know that we chit chat all the time anyway, but it's kind of different when it's being recorded. But, I'm looking forward to running playing your playlist, actually. So Stylist,
cool.
Stylist.
Yeah, my playlist is heavily themed on nostalgia. It's a time when things were sort of different. So yeah, it's fun. It's just sort of guilty pleasure stuff.
When we could go outside.
Yeah.
No, we can go outside. Yeah. We just can't go too far. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Cool.
And say hi to the family for me.
Okay. Can't wait to see you in person.